Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. I was a dentist for 25 years and now doing the brokerage for 15 years and enjoying it. No plans on ever retiring. All right, so today's issue, dental attorney rescues the sale of a dental office that was a mess with plenty of confusion. I'll get into that. As you know, we now have 10 employees. We're in 25 states. And we also have 2 CPA accountants. And we're available to you 363 days a year. We take off Christmas and Easter. That's it. Always available. Everything you're about to hear is entertainment purposes, not legal advice. Our number is 201-663-0935. And our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. So call us. Even if you just want to chat, there's no charge. Or you want an appraisal of your practice, call us. We'll take care of it. It'll be no charge. So and those of you, we're going to get into the subject in a minute, but those of you that are have a larger practice, million plus, 5 operatories or more, willing to stay on 3 to 5 years, you may be a candidate for one of the DSOs. We're independent of them. However, we do work with them occasionally. When we do work with them, they generally pay our commission. So often there's no commission to the seller. And it works out quite well because we're the in-between person. Because if you go right at it with the DSO, it's you against them. There's no one in the middle. And if there's an issue, a problem, you don't get along, get upset at each other, there's no one to rescue it. You only have your attorneys to speak to. And there's a restricted amount of information that's covered there. So we are here to help you, especially with our expertise. Therefore, that's why we could, and then, so there'll be no commission generally. And if the practice is over $1 million, we'll reimburse the legal fees upon successful closing based on certain criteria. So, and we've done that, I think, 4 times in the last 90 days. Now, the issue we're talking about here is it's confusing. We needed a dental attorney right from the beginning, what we had. Buyer, the seller listened to me, fortunately. And the seller attorney knew the buyer, background of the buyer. The buyer had bought multiple practices. So the attorney, while maintaining confidentiality, knew how to deal with this buyer because of multiple interactions. Well, what was going on was the buyer was buying the practice and the real estate, okay? But then flipping the real estate portion immediately after closing to some investor or something like that. And it was confusing because of how you're going to do the allocation of purchase price and so forth, because they wanted a higher dollar amount for the real estate, but on a cash flow, it really wasn't working. It just didn't make sense what they wanted for that, but that's how they wanted to handle it. And it didn't make a big deal to the seller because the seller had already paid off all the real estate, all the dental loans. There was nothing there. The tax ramifications for the seller were minimal. Really wasn't affecting them at all. It wasn't a big deal how they did the allocation of the practice, the real estate, etc. So it didn't create a lot of trauma. You know, it was a little suspicious, but it didn't create trauma. But then we're learning the seller wants to flip the real estate at the same time they're buying the real estate. Basically, it's almost like a triple close, which okay too. What does the seller care? But there's certain language that had to be identified in the real estate contract and in the dental contract, because you got an allocation situation that is goodwill, real estate, how much is going to each entity and why, and it has to flow properly. So the fortunately the seller's attorney who was a dental attorney, worked with the buyer's attorney before. I'd sort of know their modus operandi. They kind of a little different the way they would handle things. But he knew them. So it really made things a lot smoother. If we didn't have this dental attorney with experience in doing multiple deals, like over 150 in a year, it would have been too confusing for a non-dental attorney to do, because especially with this allocation of purchase price and so forth, tax ramifications, if any, had to be taken into consideration. But because his dental attorney knew the buyer and the buyer's dental attorney, the buyer's attorney, I think he's like, I don't know if he had dental experience, he was able to manage this. But this is another reason why I keep pushing for the dental attorney, because they have knowledge, they have experience in this field that your GP, general attorneys, never had. He'll never. How many times has your private attorney had an interaction with the buyer's attorney? It's like zero. But the seller's attorney had multiple interactions with him, and it worked out very well. Because of his history, it worked out so well and made things a lot. He had to essentially rescue the deal, and then he called the other attorney, who he had worked with before. Some language still had to be changed around a little bit, but he called him and said, hey, we're going to change this around. This is what we'll do on this deal. And being that they had a working relationship together in the past, again, each maintaining the doctor's confidentiality and privacy, protecting each one's interests, but they're still able to talk. So this is what happened. And it worked out quite well because of this. So the story here is, there's a reason you use a dental attorney. Experience and prior contacts. They've been there. They've had the experience. They know about the buyer. They know the buyer's attorney. And they're utilizing this experience to expedite your deal going forward with their experience. And it really worked out well. And I don't know if we would have gone as far as we are at this point if we didn't have that. So please bear that in mind. I know I've mentioned this multiple times, and maybe you're sick about listening to it, how many times I've talked about using the dental attorney, the dental bank, but there's a reason for it. I'm trying to save you time, aggravation. This is the world I live in. I'm in this day 363, 15 years doing this now, 25 years additionally as a dentist, and I gotta tell you, it's always something different, especially you guys who think, you know exactly what you do, and you'll grab your friend's dental contract. You got this covered. You got your 3 or 4 experiences of buying and selling dental offices, and you know everything. Yeah, tell me about it. You wouldn't. How many times you come across this chaos? Or how about when the landlord on another deal decides to not return a deposit and tells the seller, "You never gave me a deposit 25 years ago." Crazy. This stuff happens, and you got to be aware of this, and you got to have the right attorneys that can jump on this. Attorneys that are accustomed to chaos, because we have a lot of moving parts on these deals. Buyer, seller part. Buyer's attorney, seller's attorney part. Buyer's accountant, seller's accountant part. Bank attorney part. Landlord attorney part. Landlord attorney part. You got 10, 11 moving parts, believe me. There's a lot. And you got to pull all these things together, and hopefully you'll go to closing. Remember, there's always a percentage chance, maybe 20%, even after a letter of intent, the deal's not going through. You have to have backup. This way, you got multiple backup buyers that we're doing right now. We don't let them take primary position, and we're not arguing. We're not bidding, competitive bidding against each other. It's just that we'll have a backup buyer. We tell multiple buyers, we think the deal's going to go through. There's a 20% chip may not. Call me next month. I can't keep track of all the buyers. Call me next month, and we'll see what's going on with that deal. And we just had one like that. The deal fell apart. The backup buyers will call in. Boom. We got them right in there. They were waiting. And it does happen. And so you got to be ready. And you got to be ready. And we're working. It's Saturday. We're working. Every day you got to be working. You have to be on it. You choose a broker, that broker has to be on it. Saturday morning, someone gives a concession or something happens, Boom, you're on the phone with the opposing party, the buyer, the seller. Boom, you're on the turn with the bank. You're on the phone with the corresponding attorney. Hey, we just got the concession. It's Saturday morning. Let's move on this. They're getting ready for Monday morning, first thing, to move on this. First thing Monday morning, the attorneys will jump on it rather than throwing it in their plate Monday morning. That's how you have to operate. All right, team, we got a great weekend coming up. I've been working all day. But we'll have some fun now. Going to see the college crew, some of the guys. I'm picking up some food for everybody. It's party time. And it doesn't matter, rain or shine. My friend has a great porch. We can hang out on it. But it doesn't matter, rain or shine. You have a great time. Stay close with your friends. Remember, as you age and get older, it's later than you think. You enjoy yourself all the time. Whatever you're doing, have fun. Whatever you're doing, have fun every day. And I'm going to have fun today. We're going to be partying tonight. I'm so excited to see my buddies from college. We've all stayed very close. In the past, it was phone calls and postcards. Now it's emails and telephone calls. Not hard. Reach out to all your friends. Stay close to them. You're closer to them than you think, believe me. Especially the good college friends, the good high school friends, the good dental school friends. Stay close with everybody. Stay in touch with everybody. That's what I do constantly. No excuses not to get together. All right, team, out of here. I'm going to go pick up food for my team. Party's on. I'll see you. Bye. Hit the subscribe button, and we got all kinds of new stuff coming out. I think we're at 635 maybe. YouTube videos, somewhere around there. I've lost count. Absolutely lost count. But we keep knocking them out for you. It's going to be someday, it'll be over 1,000. We currently have more than anybody in the country on YouTube videos dealing with buying and selling dental offices. More than anybody in the country. I don't think anybody has this much, so we're the only ones. Coming through, Phil. I just got to get through. You guys think I'm stealing the spot. I was here first. Give me a break. All right, team. I'll see you now. Bye.